Hello, my name's Ryan. I'm with the Furniture Restoration Place, and today I'm going to show you how to refinish a piece of furniture. Today we're going to be refinishing this cedar chest. The finish has gotten really old and degraded on it, and we're going to be using a chemical stripper to do that with. Now I have very carefully poured the stripper into my little jug here, and I'm going to use a pure natural bristle brush to apply the stripper. You want to use natural bristles, otherwise the brush can dissolve in the stripper. Now I'm going to start applying the stripper with the brush. And the key is once you apply it, don't brush it around a whole lot. Just let it sit. Now I've let the stripper sit on the surface for about 10 minutes so far, and then the next step is to get off using a heavy-duty scraper. Next we're going to repeat that step, except this time instead of using a scraper, we're going to use one of our heavy-duty stripping pads. You don't want to forget to reapply it to make sure you get all of the extra finish that didn't come off on the first round. Now we've let the stripper sit for another 10 minutes after the second application, and now we're going to remove it with the heavy-duty stripping pad. And so you always want to rub it with the grain so you don't scratch the wood. Don't be afraid to use a lot of force because you're going to need to go pretty strong on it to get everything off. After you use the stripping pad to remove the remaining finish, you want to get a little bit of sawdust if you have it available. Just cover it evenly with the sawdust. And then you want to go back over it again a third time with the sawdust because that helps to remove the stripper and any residual paint or finish you have left on the surface. Pay special attention to the edges because that's where a lot of it tends to want to stick. Now, as you can see, I've repeated that process on all the other surfaces of the piece. And as a final rinse, I like to use acetone to just kind of give it a good once-over to remove any residual stripper from the surface. And you just want to wipe down the whole surface to make sure you get any remaining chemicals off. After letting the acetone get good and dry, you need to sand the surface to get it nice and smooth again. I personally like to use this orbital sander, but if you don't have a mechanical sander, you can always use just regular sandpaper. And for this piece, we've chosen to go without a stain and to just use a clear top coat. And in that case, it's a two-step system. First of all, we like to spray on a sanding sealer, and then follow that with a clear spray lacquer. And the first step is to apply the sanding sealer using straight, even, overlapping strokes, like this. And when deciding on a finish for furniture nowadays, there are thousands of options. And if you're looking for something really simple, I suggest using a teak oil or a Danish oil. It's a simple wipe-on, one-step finishing process. And when using Danish or teak oil, you want to flood the surface, so don't be afraid to use a whole lot. And after allowing the first application to dry for 30 minutes, you want to apply using the same techniques all over again. And again, my name is Ryan with the Furniture Restoration Place, and today I showed you how to refinish a piece of furniture.